Already, you are looking live at sold out MetLife Stadium, where today the 16-0 playoff bound New York Giants are taking on the 0-16 Philadelphia Eagles. And why are the Philadelphia Eagles 0-16? Because they suck. They lost to the Cardinals at home because they suck. The Philadelphia Eagles suck. Rolls right off the tongue there, folks. Philadelphia sucks. Welcome to the Gridiron. Anybody out there at all that's going to spend a little bit of time with me here this evening, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Or if anybody's going to spend any time watching a replay this, once again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. Thank you. I'm going to try to go about 30 minutes here tonight. Shoot my mouth off for about 30 minutes. Anybody got anything to say? Hold on a second. I think I need to charge up here. Anybody got anything to say? Please feel free to fire away, throw in the chat box. Usually try to check on the chat box. I give any 5 or 10 minutes or so. So as soon as I see something in there, try to respond to it as fast as I can. So please feel free and fire away. But plus also, instead of me just like rambling on for half an hour, 45 minutes, or whatever it might wind up being, it's just nice to talk to another Giant fan. So please feel free and fire away. Before I get started, if anybody wants to help support my channel out, it would mean the absolute world to me. In the description box below, the very top link in the description box takes you to my membership page. I got 3 different membership levels. The first one's called the Saquon. The second membership level I got is called the Lawrence Taylor. And the third membership level I got is called the Gridiron. Each one's got their own little perks to them. So if you want to help support my channel out, it would mean so much to me. And I thank you in advance. Thank you. If you are subscribed to my channel, once again, thank you so much. I can use all the support I can get, guys. But if not, please go down below, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon. That way next time I go live or if I put a video out, you'll be notified. And it's free of charge, right? What do you got to lose? But if you are subscribed to my channel, thank you. And then finally, also, a little farther down in the description box, there's 2 additional links. The top one's a Facebook link, which I'll go over in just a second. The one underneath it, I'm an old fart. It's Twitter. It's always been Twitter. It's Twitter today. It'll be Twitter tomorrow. It'll be Twitter 7 trillion years from now. Because I'm an old fart. It's Twitter. Whatever letter of the alphabet Elon Musk wants to call it, that's on him. I'm not calling it that. It's Twitter. Oh, hold on. Let me move the chair for my buddy Rain here. Hold on. Watch it. Okay. All right, Rain here. All right, we can continue. All right. But if you follow me on Twitter, I will follow you back. That's an absolute promise. I try to put stuff in there, Giants related, of course, every day. And then additionally, the link right above that one, it's a Facebook link, takes you to my Facebook group. It's called the New York Giants and Gridiron. We have over 7,500 members in the group. It's doing simply marvelous, might I add. Basically, if I'm alive and breathing, if I have internet access, I'm putting stuff in this group 24/7, darn near 365, right? There's a ton of New York Giants stuff going in there every day. I know. Do I put stuff in there? But if you become a member, members post stuff in here as well, too. So between me and the members, there's a boatload. There's a ton. There's a lot. There's an awful lot of stuff every day going in this group. Please join it. It's called the New York Giants and Gridiron. Join it. You won't be dissatisfied. I promise. All right. We're all that stuff said and done and out of the way with all that good stuff and everything. Well, all right. Well, man, I tell you what, it just flies on by the season. 1 game to go. One. If the football guys, have any, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. They chuck the Giants a bone here. I mean, as much crap as, bad luck and bounces and this and injuries and all that stuff that the Giants have had, it would be nice if the football guys up there threw the Giants a little bit of a bone here to final game of the season. Beat the Giants. I mean, we haven't beaten the Giants for like 700 years. I mean, I'm just so sick and tired of seeing the Eagles beat the Giants. It would be so nice. Now, I mean, they don't control their own destiny. Now, if the Cowboys can beat the Commanders, which is possible, I mean, very, very possible. The only thing is right now the Cowboys are on the road. They're a different team on the road. Usually the Commanders, one of the games that they play the Cowboys, usually, I mean, the first game, I mean, the Cowboys just pretty much blowing almost everybody out in Dallas, right? But this year, But usually the Commanders will give the Cowboys a real good fight, and a lot of times the Commanders will beat the Cowboys like one time during the season. So Cowboys are a different team on the road, different animal. I think they're 3-5 on the road. Now, of course, they're 8-0 at home, and everybody's banging their chest. We're great. Okay, well, the championship game's not going through Dallas. Okay, and you might have to play a Lions team, quite possibly, right, in the second round, the divisional round. They're going to be awfully pissed because they beat you. They beat you in Dallas. If it wasn't for the refs, Lions walk away with the dub. But of course, the refs had the last say in that one. But anyway, the Eagles don't control their destiny, right? Or they don't control the outcome. I mean, if they win, they're in the playoffs regardless. But if the Cowboys were to win, Cowboys win a division, so then the Eagles are the number 5 seed, right? But the Eagles obviously want to win this game, just in case. I said they're playing. I think it's Sunday 4:25, so they'll both be playing at the same time, right? It's not like the Cowboys are playing at 1 and the Cowboys win and the Eagles like, oh, okay, I'm going to just rest. We'll rest all our starters and we'll play our second string against the Eagles because they don't matter. No, they're all playing at the same time, right? Because the Eagles are going to want to win this one without question. But I mean, it said the bounces and the injuries and that we've had this season is just absolutely unbelievable. So if the football gods have a little soft spot or anything, maybe they'll throw the Giants a bone and maybe to help us beat the Eagles. That would be fantastic. It'd be a great way to win the end of the season. Even if we're not picking number 5, we jump up to like say number 7 or 8. I think the most we can go anywhere from 2 to 8. So even if we beat the Eagles, we go up to number 8. I'm cool with that. I mean, I know a lot of it's amazing. A lot of it's almost like the Daniel Jones kind of thing. I mean, it's like some people just doesn't matter what Daniel Jones does. If Daniel Jones leads us to the next 300 Super Bowls, there's people out there that'll be like, get rid of this guy. He stinks. Then there's other people that he drops back the pass. He stares down his receiver, staring him down, throws the ball, pick 6 the other way, right? Or he's looking around, this, that, and the other thing, or whatever, and he doesn't spot guys down the field, or he looks over here and the Slayton's down wide open, or this, or there's some people say, oh, he's our franchise quarterback. We just got to give him a number 1 offensive line. We got to give him 3 number 1 receivers, and we got to get 7 Saquon Barkleys in the back. Then we got Daniel Jones. He'll be, and well, it's not always like that. You know what I mean? And for us to, as I said, some people just fix the offense. That's all you got to do. Just fix it. Well, we've been saying that now since 1843. So, it's going to be a little, maybe not quite that easy. Get the number 1 wide receiver. Once we get that, right? Once we have the greatest offensive line of all time, we have Jerry Rice, right? We have Randy Moss out there, okay? And we have, Tony Gonzalez is our tight end. Once we got that, the best offensive line of football, then we got Jim Brown and Barry Sanders, the 2 running backs. Damn, Dane, he'll be all right, then. He'll be good. He'll be able to lead us to, So it's not always that easy. But I'm saying, with the winning and the draft pick, I mean, some people, it's just amazing. It's like, because I've been, I forgot. It's like somewhere around 35 Facebook groups I'm associated with. I've joined 20. I have my own, but I got like 35 other ones that I've joined, and they're all fantastic. I love them all. There's even a couple of them that they're like NFC ones, which like the NFC trash talk and stuff like that, where you just go in there and every day you got the Cowboy fans. Oh, we got 5 Super Bowl rings. The Eagles don't, and then the Eagle fans say, well, we won a Super Bowl. You haven't won one in 30 years. I mean, it's some of it's an absolute freaking joke. But I mean, there's a ton of stuff, but it's amazing. It's like half the people really just want the Giants just to lose every game. Let's lose every game for the next 37 years. We'll get the number 1 pick. 37 years in a row, then we can start playing some football. Because now we'll have a 53-man roster of all number one picks. Every guy on the roster will be a number one pick, right? Then we can let's start playing some football then. Let's see where we get. It's amazing. It's like the Giants will be coming back against the Rams, and you see comments in some of the groups. What are they doing? What are we winning this? What are we trying to win this game for? I mean, it's like just absolute total morons. The players, the coaches, nobody on the team is throwing a football game. I mean, it's unfortunate. It's all some people do is see. Just see the draft pick. It's like 42 seconds into the season, the first play of the season, right? Giants first and 25 because maybe Dallas kickoff, touchback. Giants get the ball first down and 10. So we got 15 minutes left in the first quarter. I haven't had a second go off the clock. First game of the season, right? Daniel Jones walking up to the line of scrimmage, looking over, calling, Omaha, whatever. He's pointing around, this, that, and the other thing. Guys going motion, this, that. He gets the ball, drops back, throws an incomplete pass, and then guaranteed. So we're 6 seconds into the season, right? And guaranteed, people are like, this season's over. Let's just lose every game. And I mean, it's just amazing. In the Facebook group, the season's over. We blow. Let's just we're gonna lose every game, and we'll get the number one seed. We'll get a new quarterback, and things will be great. Absolutely amazing. It's like even when it's absolutely amazing because even when the Giants are winning, they're trying to win. They got these a-holes out there. They're all pissed off because the Giants are trying to win a football game. It's unbelievable. It's really it's unbelievable. Some people when the Giants lose get mad, and some people when the Giants win get mad. It's unbelievable. Really, just absolutely unbelievable. Really, really is. But as I said, the Giants can go anywhere from like 2 to 8. The Cardinals, I've forgotten that. The Cardinals, the Jets are above them. The Cardinals, Commanders, and who else? The Bears got the number one pick sewn up because Carolina is number one. Well, let me see here. Let me do the NFL Tankathon here. NFL Tankathon. Here we go. Draft order. Tankathon. Who is it? New England. My bad. Okay, the Cardinals, the Commanders, and the Patriots. Those three teams are above. So if any one of those teams wins, okay, and just say the Giants lose to the Eagles, which is very possible, okay, is the Giants picking number 5 right now, all right? So if the Commanders, the Cardinals, or the Patriots, so the Giants are picking 5. If either the Cardinals win, the Giants lose, the Giants pick 4. Cardinals pop back 1. If the Patriots win and the Giants lose, the Giants will move up a spot. If the Cardinals and the Patriots, the Giants will move up 2 spots, move up to number 3, right? If the Commanders, the Patriots, and the Cardinals win, the Giants will move up to number 2, right? If the Giants were to win, they could fall back to number 8 at the absolute most. And if they were to win, there's still a chance that they could win and still be number 5. Say the Chargers win, say Tennessee wins, and the Jets win, right? Hold on here. Yeah. If the Chargers, the Titans, and the Jets win, because the thing is the Jets are playing New England, right? So the one nice thing about that is that the Jets in New England, okay? So you want the Patriots to win, right? But if the Giants were to win and the Jets, so one of those teams, either way is would kind of help the Giants, but probably mostly would be the Patriots. If the Giants were to lose and the Patriots were to win, the Giants are going to go up a position. They'll go up to number 4, right? But if the Giants and if the Patriots don't, but if the Jets were to win, if the Jets win and the Giants win, the Giants won't go down. They'll go down to like number 7, I think, at the most. They'll move. Let me see on there. The Giants will move. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. The Giants will move back to maybe number 8. Wait, they'll move back 2 spots. Yeah, number 8. Okay, if the Jets were to win. Wait, that, 1, 2. No, they'll move back to number 7. I'm sorry. They'll move back to number 7. If the Jets win, the Giants win. They'll move back to number 7. So, I mean, either way, so that's a real good game because either whoever winds up winning that game will help can help the Giants, right? But we really like to see the Patriots win that game. They've been doing good. I mean, they've really been playing tough the past month or so. So that's a possibility. So I'm saying, so if the Patriots will win and the Giants were to lose, they both have records of 5-12. But because the Giants' strength of schedule is weaker than the Patriots is, it looks like the Giants would jump up a spot. And I mean, let's see here. Strength of schedule using all 17 opponents. So, I mean, I'm not sure if it's going to change. And that I don't know. I'm not sure. But, I'm saying that I said if the Commanders were to beat the Cowboys and the Giants were to lose, the Giants could jump up a spot. So, I mean, and I said after the what's set about 7:30 Sunday night, I'll be like, sit back. It's like, whew. It'd be a shame the season's over with, but it'll also be like, whew, thank God the season's over with. I mean, just hopefully maybe we'll have some better luck next season. You also kind of look at it too, is it's kind of like, bad teams do bad things. That's why they have bad records. The Giants are finding that out. I mean, obviously with the penalties and the missed opportunities, the drop passes, the missed tackles, and just the bad throws, balls bouncing off. I mean, just missed field goals, missed extra point, just all that. Everything. Bad teams can't overcome that stuff, right? So you also look at it too as like, see, good teams, right, can overcome that. Right. But also good teams won't make as many bad mistakes as bad teams do. So just saying, during the course of a game, say 10 things go bad, like, a good long play gets called back as a holding penalty, or a missed tackle leads to an 80-yard run, or a missed field goal, a 2-point conversion that the quarterback could either run in or complete a pass, and he kind of does neither, and you missed a 2-point conversion, which could have won you the football. You can just go on a bad play calling, and So say 10 things go wrong, right? Well, if you're a bad team, those 10 things, and you're bad, you can't overcome those 10 things. However, if you're a good team with good players and good coaching and you guys can actually catch passes that go to them. They don't have many missed tackles or drop pass. Good teams can overcome a few of those 10 mistakes, but also a good team won't make 10 mistakes. They might make 5, right? And or say they maybe make 6, right? But then they're good enough to overcome 3 of those mistakes, because they're good. So basically, the Giants have 10 things go wrong for them, and there's just no way of winning, right? Good teams would only have maybe 3 things go wrong for them. So the Giants, I mean, it's like they got a lot. I mean, they got a lot on their plate. They got Christmas, New Year's Day dinner, and Thanksgiving dinner on their plates. I mean, they got. Who they're going to keep, who they're going to let go, where they're going to go in the draft, what are they doing with the offensive line, what are they doing with the coaches, who's going to start calling the plays. I mean, because Dable's kind of like, a lot of times, like with the draw play, he's like, I just wish I had that one back. Yeah, wish I had that one. And obviously, he said he has the capability of vetoing anything, all plays, called and stuff, like even with the defense too and everything like that. So he has the final say and whatnot and all, but kind of makes you wonder, especially if the Giants were to draft a quarterback, is Dable going to start calling plays maybe next season? Be interesting to see. I mean, that's one of those things. Is Calf going to be back? Right. But whoever does come in, they're just going to be the offensive coordinator, and Dable's going to call the plays. We'll have to wait and see. But I said, I got a lot to do. a lot to do. They don't have a ton of cap space. They, as I said, between Isaiah Simmons and Adoree Jackson and Xavier McKinney, Saquon Barkley, a lot of, they got a lot of, I don't know if they're going to try to think about bringing Tyrod Taylor back, but they got some decisions to make. I said, not only the players, how they're going to go with the offensive line. Do they think they can fix the offensive line with the guys they got? Do they think they just need better scheme, better coach? We got bodies at offensive line. It's just that, it's not working out. And Tyree Phillips looks like he's done for the season. That's what Dable was kind of saying at his presser today. It looks like he's like a torn quad or something like that. Sounds painful. So Parrott came in and did an admirable job, but so unfortunately, now we're down to our second right tackle for the season. Just another guy on injured reserve. I think we're up to like 75 guys on injured reserve now. Absolutely freaking amazing. Just absolutely amazing. So so we got a lot of decisions after the season's over with. It'd be interesting to see, though, is how quickly the dominoes start falling. Because, because usually you got what I call Black Monday, I think it is. I'm too stupid to try. I think it's Black Monday. That's obviously you got Sunday, right, as the final football games of the season except for the playoffs, right? But Black Monday doesn't involve anything with the playoffs, because if you're Black Monday, you're not making your team doesn't make the playoffs. So you got Black Monday, and some coaches don't even make it that far. Some of them, it's like you got Adam Schefter. Hey, I'm Adam Schefter here. I'm reporting that I don't know who gives them his information. Yeah, we're gonna fire our head coach. But let me call Adam Schefter first. Let me make sure he knows we're firing our coach. But I don't know who the heck is calling that guy. Oh, I gotta call Shefty. Let him know about this. But I said a lot of the coaches don't even make it to Monday. But after the game's over with, it's really, really hard after this season to go, for Shane and Dable to look back at the season and go, no. Well, we lose to the Eagles, right? Well, we're 5-12. Yeah, I'll tell you, it was a rough season. But I don't think it was any of our coaches' faults. I think we're good there. I think we're okay. I don't think they're gonna be saying that. Things are gonna change. Heads are gonna roll. Be quickly to see how quickly the heads start rolling. I would also want to give a shout out to Michigan. Thank you so much for beating Alabama, because I hate Alabama. Absolutely hate Alabama. There's three teams. There's the Cowboys, there's the Eagles, and there's Alabama. I just can't stand Alabama. And Alabama, of course, with the one loss, it's the same thing. Oh, we got to have Alabama in it. It's just like the refs being paid off to have the Cowboys or the Eagles win. Got to have Alabama in the Final Four. You have to. If Alabama has 37 losses, right? We'll have them in the Final Four anyway. They lost early on, and then of course they had a fourth down to like 31 against Auburn. You know how freaking lucky they are they have to complete a pass, 4th and 31, and of course they completed it. Of course, it was for a touchdown. I think it was 4th and goal. I think it was, and he got back to the guy completes a pass in the corner of the end zone. Guy gets behind the defender, and they complete a pass. If it's incomplete, Auburn wins. Alabama has 2 losses. Alabama, he's not even consideration, right? But they got to get so lucky to complete a 4th and 31. Right? I'm so sick and tired of seeing Alabama in the Final Four and all that. I am so happy that they lost. I am so happy they lost. That's like my Christmas present. Absolutely can't stand Alabama. And I can't wait for Saban to retire, because he won't be around much. He's getting up there in age. He's the same age pretty much as Belichick. So Yeah, I mean, whatever you want to do, 10 seasons and counting. That's I mean, he's not going to be coaching until he's 98. You know what I mean? It's a high stress job. He'll be lucky to live another 10, 15 years. So, I mean, within the next 10 years, he'll be retiring, and hopefully whoever goes in there maybe not quite as good or successful or whatever. And hopefully maybe Alabama will start coming back down to him. I absolutely can't stand Alabama. I'm so happy that they lost. I don't really care who wins. It's just that anybody but Alabama. Chuck E. Cheese State Tech University School of the Blind could win the college championship. I could care less, as long as it's not Alabama. And Alabama will not win this year. Thank goodness. All right. So let's go over these player grades. Not super spectacular, shall we say? All right, what do we got here? Let's start with the offensive grades, which are, in some respects, quite offensive. Tyrod Taylor was the highest graded player on offense, 68.2. Andrew Thomas was 67.6. Now, Andrew Thomas, has not had a banner season. He's done well, but he's not been his dominant self. I wonder if it's that the hamstring is still aggravated, still bothering him, and all of that stuff, because he has not had. I mean, let's go over Andrew Thomas here. This season, he's 73.8. Okay. Last season, he graded out at a 90.3. Actually, his second season, which he kind of struggled at, he graded a 78.9. That's just all according to Pro Football Focus. So this season, he has not really necessarily had a banner season. Okay. I mean, his run blocking, according to Pro Football Focus, that's all I'm going by, all right? Against the game against New Orleans, he graded at a 36.5. I mean, so makes you kind of wonder, has that hamstring really been bothering him? Quite possibly, because he is not graded out really well all season long. He had like one or two real good games, but other than that, Darius Slayton, 66.1, even with that long touchdown reception. Still only graded out of 66.1. Wan'Dale Robinson, even with that nice touchdown run, 65.2. Isaiah Hodgins, 64.5. Eric Gray was in there for 6 snaps, 62.6. Terry Phillips, he was in there for 51. Then he got injured. He's 61.2. Mark Lewinsky was in there for 6 snaps, 61.2. Darren Waller was in there for 49 snaps, 61.1. Jalen Hyatt, it was good to see him on the field for 57 snaps, so that's good. Got to try to target him some more. But, of course, I believe he had a drop as well, too, so that does not help either. When they throw the ball to you, you have to catch the ball. So Jalen Hyatt graded out of 60.4. Daniel Bellinger was in there for 32 snaps, graded out of 60.2. His pass blocking grade was a 48.3. He's got to do. I mean, he's been a little bit of a disappointment this season. I thought he would take a step forward, and even in. He had a very good rookie season. He came out, training camp. He had like a 75-inch bicep that somebody took a picture of. It looked like he had took Arnold Schwarzenegger's legs, put 7 of Arnold Schwarzenegger's legs together, had an 852-inch arm, and that's what the picture looked like. So you figure, maybe he got stronger. He's going to get better on that. He's been a disappointment this season. I mean, he's had some good some good moments and all, but. The one penalty that we got called back was at the 47-yard play that he got a penalty called on, and so his blocking has been very suspect this season. Matt Peart came in to basically relieve Phillips, and Matt Peart 57.5. Mark Gunnar Olszewski was on the field for two snaps, 57.2. Saquon Barkley, 66 snaps, 57.2. His passing was a 33.4. I mean, he had I think 1 or 2 drops he had. I mean, it's like, dude, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's like the end of the season, he's going to, dude, I want $15 million a season. I want, I mean, it's like, yeah. Let's put this highlight film on here. Let's see. Yeah. See that drop there? Yeah. How much? I'm sorry. How much did you want? Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's look at this one. Yeah. See this other drop pass here? Yeah. How much? I'm sorry. How much did you? You know what I mean? Yeah. You want the big boy bucks, right? Once you catch some passes. Justin Pugh, 48.5. Love the guy to death. His pass block rate was a 39.3. Oh, Matt Breida, he was in there. I'm sorry, he graded out of 60. His pass blocking grade was a 5.2. So I love Pugh to death. Is that anything? But we only have one more game left of him. I mean, he's trying his best out there and all and everything, but we got to get somebody to take his place. You know what I'm saying? Kind of interesting, just thinking about if Evan Neal actually comes back, we can put him at left guard. If Andrew Thomas, Evan Neal, right side by side. And then of course, we got Sterling Shepard was out there for 5 snaps. He graded out of 36.1. Ben Bredesen, 35.9. His pass block was a 41.7. And John Michael Schmitz. I mean, he's got to get better. I mean, take a guy in the second round. I mean, I'm not sure, where there was the botched snap. I'm not sure if that was a bad snap or if that was Tyrod's fault or exactly what happened there. But I mean, John Michael Schmitz, he graded out of 23.5. Right? His pass block grade was a 0. It's hard to get a 0, but he managed to get a 0. I mean, he did not have a good game at all. He's got to get better. He's got to get stronger. Without question, he definitely has to get stronger. So, but he has off season to do that. I know, he knows, he's one of those guys that you definitely feel good about because, having him on your team, because he's going to work at his craft and he's going to, try to work and get better and all this stuff and whatnot. Let's hopefully next season he'll get, a little bit better. But he's got some work to do. He's definitely has some work to do. All right, so we go to defensive grades here. Dexter Lawrence, the sexy one. He was in there for 43 snaps. He was still on a pitch count. He played like 2/3 of the snaps. He graded out 80.4. Now, I'm sure his hamstring still bothered him, right? Dane Belton, 76.2. His tackling, 28.2. So he missed 2 tackles. Jones missed 8 tackles. Last week, we missed 15 tackles. 15 tackles we missed against the Eagles. Absolutely atrocious. Let's see. Boogie Basham. Boogie. Man, I'll tell you what. Very, not too often do you see Boogie on here because sometimes he's a healthy scratch, but actually see him up this high. He only played in 11 snaps. We graded out of 69.9. That has to be his best game by far. Xavier McKinney had another solid game. Great, 62.5. Right, he was in on 5 tackles. He had no missed tackles. Let's see here. He got targeted one time. He gave up an 8-yard completion. So I mean, right, 1 8-yard completion. That's all he gave up. So, I wouldn't be, we, between Pinnock and McKinney, I think we certainly, and maybe Belton. I'm not saying he's the answer or nothing like that, but he's some depth. But I mean, between McKinney and Pinnock, let's say, I wouldn't be mad if we brought McKinney back. And I said he's probably going to want maybe 10, 12, 13 million a year. Maybe 14, I don't know. So hopefully we can find some middle ground there or whatever to want to bring a McKinney back because he's only 4 years, right? He's got quite a few years left to go. I think he's a good leader. He's good back there, right? He's a very good player. He's not the best safety in the game, so you don't pay him like the best safety in the game. But it would be nice to bring him back. I would not object at all if we brought Xavier McKinney back. I mean, because these last, you just notice like the tackles he's getting and stuff like that. I mean, he's really had these past bunch of games. He's really done really, really well. One of the problems, though, is that you're seeing a lot of these guys in the secondary stepping up and low. Pinnock, look at all the tackles. McKinney, look at all Nick McLeod. Oh, wow, these guys. Deontay Banks with 8 tackles, But I mean, the one problem is you don't want yours so much. You don't want your guys in the secondary leading your team in tackles, right? But McKinney, I tell you what, the second half of the season, McKinney's really has done a very good job. Very good job. Nacho was in there for 34 snaps, graded at 61.8. Isaiah Simmons, 21 snaps. Still like to see that guy get on the field a little bit more. Really, really, really. He graded at 59.1. And he's another one. I mean, what are we going to do with him? We traded a 7th-round pick to get the guy. You just hate to get a 7th-round pick, bring him in, and just let him go. Now, the thing is, he's a number 1 pick. Not number 1, but it was number 8 overall, I think it was. So a highly drafted pick. I'm not exactly sure what he's going to be asking. Okay. But, I mean, it would be nice to bring him back, too. Because and he's young, too, right? You got a core of young guys, right, to start building your team around, right? You got Deontay Banks. Maybe you want to keep Flott, right? But you got his, Isaiah Simmons. You got Kayvon. You got Dexter Lawrence, right? I said Deontay Banks. You got the Carrickay. You got McFadden, right? But you got Pinnock. You got McKinney. So you got a nice core guy, but you got to want to keep adding to it. I mean, let's see, at one of our top 3 picks. Hopefully, we got a 1st rounder, 2 second rounders, right? Unless we drop back in the 1st round and pick up another pick or something like that. That's always possible too, right? I mean, if we're picking 5 and somebody wants to jump up from number 12 to number 5 and we drop back to number 12, that's not the end of the world. And we're going to get somebody else's 2nd round pick. Heck, right? We'll go back to just saying. I'm just throwing numbers out there, but I'm saying, we go back to number 12. Then we have 3 second round picks, and that wouldn't be bad. Right now, I think we got 5 picks in the top 105. I think it is. I think so if we add another pick, we have like 6 picks in like the top 100 or something. We could do some damage there. Certainly could do some damage there. So it would be nice, because it's like then you'd be taking 1 step forward and 1 step backwards. Okay, well, we drafted this guy, but then we let McKinney go. So you took 1 step forward, but then you lost your safety, right? Well, you took a step forward and you didn't re-sign Adoree Jackson, right? So so I said you got a nice core guys. Let's try to keep them together and just, as I said, like each year, add 1 or 2 pieces to the puzzle, right? Ashawn Robinson, 37 snaps, graded at 58.7. Nick McLeod, 62 snaps, 58.1. But Nick McLeod does very, very good. He had 8 tackles. But Nick McLeod is very good on special teams. Very good on special teams. We've done our special teams have been very good this year. I mean, not so much kicking. I'm not saying kicking, but as far as like a lot of the coverage, except for the Eagle game, right? But for the most part, they've done a pretty good job. Jordan Riley, he was in there for 16 snaps, graded at 55.8. Kayvon, 52 snaps, 55.3. Jason Pinnock was in there for 16 snaps, 52.5. Cordell Flott in the slot was in there for 57 snaps, graded at 51.5. Azeez Ojulari was in there for 37 snaps, graded out of 48.8. Bobby Okereke was in there for 62 snaps, graded out of 48.6. Now it's kind of, I don't know. He had some tackles. He didn't miss any tackles. It kind of makes you his coverage. I don't know. His coverage. According to this, he was targeted 7 times, gave up 4 completions for 57% completion percentage for 30 yards. I don't know. And they gave him a 34.9 grade. DJ Davidson was in there for 12 snaps, graded at 47.3. Adoree Jackson. It wasn't like he didn't miss the tackle. He just didn't make. But Puka Nacua. I mean, the guy with the 80-yard gain, it's like, Jesus. And he was like, I think he said he went for the ball, and I guess that kind of put him maybe out of position and make the solid tag. I don't know. Jesus, God. Hottie was in there for 28 snaps, graded 31.8, and Micah McFadden had another tough game, 29.5. Once again, he had 2 missed tackles. Yeah, Micah McFadden. I mean, he's had some good games, and then he's had some bad games. I mean, he graded out of 34. He graded out of 29. Then he graded out of 87, 89, and 91. Ever since he graded out at 91 against Las Vegas, 91.1. After that, 59, 51, 69, 58, 45, 51, and 29. I mean, he had out of 4 games, he had 80, like an 80, almost an 88, an 89, 55, and then a 91. So 3 out of 4 games were phenomenal. Then he's just kind of fall off a cliff these last 7 games. He's just kind of fallen off a cliff. And against the Rams, he graded 29.5. He's missed 25 tackles this season, according to Pro Football Focus. That's all I'm going by. His missed tackle percentage is 21.9%. So 22% of his tackles he's missed. Absolutely atrocious. And he's been targeted, according to Pro Football Focus. It's all I'm going by. It's all I got. He's been targeted 40 times. He's given up 34 completions, 85% completion percentage for 298 yards, 204 yak yards. So, and he's had 1 interception with two touchdowns. But so basically, the guys catch the ball and they keep running. So, after his coverage grade is atrocious. He's like the in the box kind of guy, right? He's kind of plug in the hole, go downhill and all that. But he's missed 25 tackles all season long. Absolutely, according to Pro Football Focus. That's all I'm going by. Right? But 25. 21.9%. I mean, he's missed a tackle in every game except for 3 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So he's played in every game last season and this year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, no, he must have missed a game then. My bad. Weeks 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you missed week 5. Not sure why. So he missed 1 game. So and if he plays this week coming up, so out of 34 games, he's played in 33 out of 34 games. So very, very, he stays healthy, which is fantastic. You can't make the club in the tub, right? Your best ability is your availability, right? So he's been available and he's not been in the tub, and also that's absolutely fantastic. But 25 missed tackles, that is absolutely freaking atrocious. He's got to do much better than that. Which kind of makes you think, you start thinking, okay, is he somebody that you want to start building around? Because I'm saying if you can get a Karake and somebody, I said he's had a couple good games, no doubt about it. But then he's also had some really horrible games too. A lot of missed tackles. I know we come to our favorite part of the week. Usually the Giants. There's 13 categories according to Pro Football Focus, right? Like special teams grade, passing grades, pass receiving, blocking, pass blocking, overall team grade. There's 13 categories, right? Usually the Giants are last in at least 4 of them. And there was quite a few weeks the Giants were last in 5 of them. So let's see how many categories the New York Football Giants are last in, right? I think last week, they were in the last 4. So let's go here. So the overall team grade, the 49ers, 95.3. That's just things I don't quite understand, because you got, according to Pro Football Focus, Miami is number 2. The team that's number 3 is the team that just throttled them yesterday, the Baltimore Ravens. They got the Ravens that are graded out of 94. The Miami Dolphins are 94.7, and Baltimore Ravens just beat the crap out of the Dolphins. So I don't know how that really works. And it's the same thing. The 49ers are number 1. The Ravens beat the 49ers. So I don't know. But anyway, The Giants are last. We're now in the third 32, 58.2. The closest team to the Giants is the Arizona Cardinals, 64.6. So the closest team to the Giants is 6 points ahead of the Giants. The Giants beat the Cardinals, and the Cardinals are still better. The Carolina Panthers, who are 2-14, are graded 10 points higher above than the Giants are. Overall team grade. Carolina's graded out of 68. They have 2 wins. Giants have 5 wins and are graded out of 58. All right, offensive grade. 49ers number 1 with a 91. Giants are number 32. 55.9. Passing grade. Dolphins number 1, 90.2. Giants are number 23. 63.7. Pass blocking, the Giants will be last. Got to be last there. Eagles number 1, 76.9. And the Giants are last. 41.3. Then the closest team to them is the Jets at 47.3. So the Giants are 6 points lower than the closest team to them. By far the worst pass blocking team in the NFL. So the Giants are last in 3 categories so far. So receiving grades. Let's see here. Receiving. The 49ers are number 1 at 90.7. Giants receiving grade. We are number 32. There you go. 32. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 60.8 is the Giants receiving grade. So the Giants are last in 4 categories. Running grade. Let's see here. Dolphins number 1, 92.2. And the Giants are number 29, 70.4. Run blocking. 49ers number 1, 82.6. And the Giants are number 32. 40.5 is the Giants run block grade. Absolutely freaking. So Giants are last in 5 categories. Last week there were 4. This week they're 5. So this week they got even worse. Absolutely amazing. Oh, what's up, buddy? Defense. So the Giants are last in 5 categories. Once again, 5 out of the 13 categories the Giants are graded out last in. Defense. 49ers number 1, 90.2. And the Giants are, let's see where they're at. Number 28. 64.8. Run defense. Falcons number 1, 87.1. All right, the Giants are number 27. 1, 2, 3, 57.8 is the Giants. Number 20, they're 27th. Tackling. Giants were very good at tackling last year. Cowboys number 1, 82. Giants are number 27. 40.9 is the Giants tackling grade. Absolutely freaking atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. Pass rush. Browns number 1, 91.6. And the Giants are number 26, 65.7. Coverage grade. Jets are number 1. They've been up there almost all year long, 93.5. Giants are number 19, 69 with the coverage grade. And special teams, Saints number 1 at 90.8. And the Giants are number 23, 71. Now, I mean, obviously, if the Giants' kicking game was better, they would be up there, right? Without question. But they've had their troubles there. But it just goes to show you. I mean, according to, the Giants never get any love at all. Period from PFF. And once again, out of 13 categories team-wise, the Giants are last in 5 of them. I mean, just absolutely freaking atrocious. Tackling, everything is just absolutely atrocious. It's, and you almost look, it's like, man, if a play, 1 or 2 plays went this way or that way, the Giants could actually have like 7 or 8 wins right now, right? I mean, you figure about this game here, like maybe the screwed up, the 2-point conversion, right? The against the Jets, Graham Gano misses that field goal, right? Against the Bills and the penalty there. The Giants got 3 more wins. The Giants could actually have 8 wins. Giants could, as bad as they are, injuries, bad coaching, bad tackling, all of this stuff, the Giants actually could be almost 8-8 right now. If you took 3 plays, changed 3 plays or whatever like that, right? If Graham Gano wasn't injured, he makes that field goal, right? I mean, a better 2-point conversion pass, or if he decides to run it in, or if Tyrod Taylor against the Bills at the end of the first half doesn't change it to a run because he gets tackled, doesn't score, and the clock runs out. He drops back and throws a pass, goes incomplete, we kick a field goal. Then at the end of the game, we kick a field goal. Maybe that might be the difference. I mean, it just, like, you take like 3 plays, change 3 plays around. I'm not saying go to this game and change 13 plays around. You change 1 play around like 3 different games, and the Giants are 8-8. I mean, as bad as the coaching's been, as bad as the tackling, the receiving, the quarterback play, the line play, bad as everything's been, the Giants are like 3 plays away from being 8-8. But then again, that's why they're 5-11, because bad teams make bad. They can't overcome that. It is what it is. But I'll tell you what, it's just, I said, you don't know whether to be sad that the season's over with, or almost over with, or it's like, whew, thank goodness the season's over with. I mean, hopefully next season's not as bad. All right. All right, guys, it's been almost 51 minutes. Whoever spent any time listening to me live, thank you. If anybody spends any time watching the replay this, once again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. Thank you. As always, you guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo!